Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on my 2024 790 KTM adventure bike. I made a video recently on the Norden, which I did the same exact thing to it. This is an Optima orange top lithium battery with restart, CPR, kill switch, and a remote. These are pretty cool little batteries. I was pleasantly surprised when I installed it on the Norden and started it. I bought two of these. I will leave links in the description for this battery. It has more features than the anti-gravity battery. And these are new. They just came out not too long ago. I highly recommend them. The install is pretty straightforward on these if you know how to get the battery out of the bike. I'll go over it a little bit on this. You basically take the seat off, pull this panel straight back, and you have access to your battery, and then you can start doing the install. Alternatively, this comes with a bunch of pads so that you can adjust the size of the battery, because the battery is slightly smaller than the OEM one. So here's your assortment of pads and some hardware. It's pretty straightforward. It's not that difficult. You basically take the old battery out. This is the old one that was in the Norden. The one that's in the KTM is going to be the same size. And you just match the battery size up, getting the pads set up on it, and then you install it. Attach the remote to it, and then move on with your life. Pretty straightforward process. Anyhow, I digress. Let's get started. So you got to take these two little Torx bolts out. And then this cover just pops off with these two little U-shaped things that sit down here. But those Torx bolts sit right here. And now you have full access to your battery to be able to work on this. Little 8mm bolt here, here, and here. Battery comes right out. So you got to pop your top off of your battery by putting this little screwdriver that they give you in here, and it'll pop the top off this battery. Then you have to install this remote. This controls all the functions of your battery. It's basically a kill switch, a CPR switch, gauge. I mean, we can go down the list forever of the stuff that this thing does. But anyhow, it has to be installed in order to turn the battery on for the first time and start your bike. So you basically put this thing on here and screw it down with the screwdriver they give you, and then put the cap back on it. So your battery should look something like this when you get done putting the pads on it. Got a thicker one on the back, a thinner one on the bottom, and then two on the sides. I cut one of these in half and just stuck it on the sides. You're going to want a nice snug fit in your battery box with this. So there we go. We got the orange top in there. It's going to be a nice tight fit. It's not going to move around once you get the there's this little tie down here that holds it in place so it won't bounce all over the place and explode while you're riding around on the trails. Good times. So it should look something like that once you get it installed. Your little positive terminal cover will go back on there and everything, just like on the original factory battery. Keep in mind that this battery is a lot smaller than the factory one, and it weighs a lot less. Now, here's the thing. This battery should not be on. So when you get it from the factory, it is not going to be turned on. If you don't install that remote, you're never going to get your bike to turn on. So what you want to do is you want to take the remote and hold this button down for 3 seconds until a green light comes on. Okay, green light comes on. The battery should now be turned on. From the factory, we're sitting at 13 volts. Should come up to like 14 and a half after a few seconds. There you go. So yeah, now I'm going to route the remote into an area where I can access it. Obviously it will still be under the seat, but I'll show you exactly where I put mine. So I routed my remote wire down here. It fits under the plastic, and then there's a Velcro wrap you can use to take up the excess and leave it right there, and then just run a tie wrap through it and tie it to your frame right here. You can rotate it down out of the way when you put your seat on, and you still have access to it. You could alternatively do this on either side. I just did it on that side because that's where I ran the remote out of the battery. But it will come out this other side too if you want to put it over here or back here or wherever you want to run it. But yeah, it's a handy little feature for this battery. And yes, the seats will go on. Like I said, you just kind of rotate this down out of the way when you go to put your seats on, and it should work just fine. But I think that's probably going to be it for this episode, guys. If you like this episode, give me a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed yet, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. As always, you're going to want to stay tuned. You never know what's coming up on this channel. I will leave a link in the description for the Optima Orange Top Lithium that fits on, well, that battery would fit on any KTM or Husky I've ever owned. So any of the 390s and any of the 401s, that's going to fit on it. But other than that, I hope you guys are staying safe, taking care of each other, and as always, I will catch you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.